Edwin.
Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to A.O.S Abroad. And today we are having a wonderful live session, a wonderful webinar today. And today's webinar is centered on economic immigration, pathways to entrepreneurs and investors. And today we have a webinar which is going to be presented by Rashidat Yusuf. And today being Thursday, 22nd of August, 2024, we are actually scheduled to talk about how someone that is into business or anyone that is into investment, do you understand, can actually come into Canada. This is going to be a very insightful session. And before we go on, I would like to introduce myself and introduce our speaker for today. So I am Aziz from Ontario, Canada. So anywhere you are joining us from, kindly put it on the comment section. I would really appreciate to know where you are from. So I am Aziz from Ontario, Canada, and joining me here right now is So here we have also Rashidat from Canada, and she is going to be our speaker for today. She's going to be talking about the crucial topic that you can see on our screen. Please, if I'm audible and if you can actually see my screen, let me know as you are joining in, and kind of sit back to enjoy today's episode. It's going to be a short but insightful one. So try as much as possible to take some notes and to learn from this conversation. So that being said, without further delay, we are going to start up with the webinar. So you can actually go on, Mrs. Rashidat.
Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. Please, can you all hear me? Am I audible enough?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So, welcome to our webinar on economic immigration pathways to entrepreneurs and investors. We are thrilled to have you all here today, whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned investor, or a professional in any field. Aziz, please, can you mute your phone? Like,
Okay, hold on.
yeah, thank you. So once again, as Mr. Aziz said, my name is Rashida Telefunke Yusuf, and I would be your guest for today's session. So now let's move on to the purpose of today's webinar and what we aim to achieve during our time together. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about the overview of economic immigration programs for entrepreneurs and investors, and importance of economic immigration for Canada's economy, entrepreneur pathways, benefits of choosing Canada, the key programs and pathways, the key benefits for entrepreneurs and investors in Canada, navigating the application process, and challenges and consideration. So let's first talk about the overview of economic immigration programs for entrepreneurs and investors. Economic immigration is a process through which individuals move to a new country to engage in economic activities such as starting a business, investing in local. Okay, yeah, good. So, economic immigration refers to the process through which individuals move to a new country to engage in economic activities such as starting a business, investing in local enterprises, or contributing contributing to the economic in other ways. Sorry, my eyes is I'm not seeing the screen clearly. I'm sorry for any inconvenience. So for entrepreneurs and investors, economic immigration offers a pathway to residency or citizenship by leveraging their business acumen and financial resources. This pathway is becoming increasingly popular as countries recognize the economic benefits brought by innovative businesses and foreign investments. The popular destination for entrepreneurial visas includes the US, the United States, and the name of their visa is E2 and EB5 visas. We have the United Kingdom, which is the innovator visa. We have Canada, they have startup visa in Canada, and so many others. And Australia, they have business innovation and investment visa. Each of these countries has specific criteria and processes for application, focusing on potential economic impacts on the proposed business. So moving on, we have the key pathways and program. Our main goal today is to provide you with a thorough understanding of the various economic immigration pathways that Canada offers to entrepreneurs and investors. These programs are vital not just for individuals looking to start or invest in businesses in Canada, but also for the Canadian economy, which benefits significantly from foreign talent and capital. So we'll begin by educating you on specific immigration programs that are available, that are available. Although we have many programs under the immigration business program, but we are going to be focusing on these four programs that you can see on my screen, and that includes the Startup Visa program, which is specifically aimed at entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas and that have the potential to compete on a global scale. It is designed to help these entrepreneurs launch their startups in Canada, offering them permanent residence as a reward for their contribution to the economy. Then we have the Provincial Nominee Programs, which is the PNP, while the federal government manage most immigration policies. Canada provinces and territories also have significant input through the PNPs. These programs allows provinces to nominate individuals who wish to settle in a specific province and contribute to its economy, either as skilled workers, entrepreneurs, or investors. Then we have the Quebec Immigrants Investor Programs, the QIIP. The QIIP is one of the Canada's most well-known investor immigration programs. It targets high net worth individuals who can make a significant passive investment in Quebec. And lastly, we'll be talking about the self-employed persons programs. This program is designed for individuals who are self-employed in cultural or athletic activities and who intend to make a significant contribution to the cultural or athletic life of Canada. You're going to be learning the eligibility criteria, the application processes, and the requirements that you need to meet to be successful. So now, moving on, we have the importance of economic immigration for Canada's economy. Have we asked ourselves this question? Why is economic immigration so vital for Canada? We have several reasons for this. And first, Canada faces a significant demographic challenge. With an aging population and declining birth rates, the country needs a steady influx of young, skilled immigrants to maintain its workforce and support economic growth. Economic immigrants, particularly those who are entrepreneurs and investors, play a crucial role in addressing all these challenges. Challenges they create jobs, they stimulate innovation, and help diversify the economy. And secondly, it helps fill critical skill gaps in the labor market. Entrepreneurs often introduce new industries and technologies to Canada, while investors bring much needed capital that fuels business expansion and infrastructure development. This not only drives economic growth but also enhances Canada's global competitiveness. And lastly, Economic immigrants contribute to the cultural diversity and vibrancy that Canada is known for. They bring new ideas, perspective, and approaches to businesses, enriching the country's social fabric and making it an even more dynamic place to live and work. So, moving on, we have the key benefits for entrepreneurs and investors in Canada. The number one benefit I have on my list is the access to a stable and growing economy. One of the most compelling reasons is Canada's stable and growing economy. It offers a secure environment for business with a strong banking system, low inflation, and a high standard of living. For entrepreneurs and investors, this translates into reduced risk and greater potential for term long-term success. We also have strategic access to global markets. Canada's strategic location and favorable trade agreements provide businesses with access to major markets, including the United States, Mexico, and the European Union. By establishing your business in Canada, you can tap into these markets with relative ease, giving you a significant competitive advantage. And then we have supportive business environment. This includes a range of government incentives, grants, and tax credits aimed at encouraging innovation and business development. Whether you're starting a new venture or expanding an existing one, Canada offers the resources that support needed to help your business thrive. And then we have high quality of life and social benefits. Beyond the business advantage, Canada offers an exceptional quality of life. The country is renowned for its world class healthcare, education, and social services. As it As an entrepreneur or investor, you not only benefit from these services personally, but also offer a high quality of life to your employees and their family. And the last one we have on my screen is the pathways for permanent residency and citizenship. Finally, one of the most significant benefits is the opportunity to obtain permanent residency and eventually Canadian citizenship. Canada's economic immigration programs are structured to provide a clear pathway for temporary status to permanent residency, allowing you and your family to build a future in one of the world's most welcoming and prosperous countries. We'll continue talking about the benefits towards the end of this session. Let's move on to entrepreneur pathways. Specifically, we're going to be exploring the Startup Visa program. That is one of the Canada's most innovative and attractive immigration program for entrepreneurs with a vision to create something new and impactful. Now, let's start with the Startup Visa program. Canada introduced this program with a clear objective in mind to attract and retain high potential entrepreneurs from around the world who can drive innovation, create jobs, and help Canada compete globally. Unlike many traditional immigration programs, the Startup Visa program is designed specifically for entrepreneurs who have an innovative business idea that they want to launch in Canada. And what makes this program unique is its focus on innovation and its support for startups at the earliest stages. It's not just about bringing capital into the country, it's about bringing new ideas and technologies and solutions that can transform industries and generate economic growth. Canada recognizes that startups often face significant challenges in getting off the ground. So, this program is structured to provide the necessary support and resources to help entrepreneurs succeed. And then we will move to the eligibility requirements. To qualify for the startup visa program, there are several key eligibility requirements that you must meet. So now let's take them one after the other. We have the innovative business idea. You need to have an innovative business idea. The idea should be something new, an original product, services, or technology. This isn't about replicating existing businesses or simply starting a small local company. The focus is on innovation with the potential for significant growth and impact. Okay, welcome Ismail and Miriam. Welcome and thank you guys for joining. So as I was saying, the second requirement is perhaps the most important one, securing a letter of support from a designated organization. These organizations include Canadian venture capital funds, angel investor groups, and business incubators that have been approved by the government to participate in the startup visa program. To obtain this letter of support, you will need to pitch your business idea to one of these organizations. If they believe in your idea and see its potential, they will agree to support it, either through investments, mentoring, or providing incubation services. This endorsement is a key element of your application and it demonstrates that your business has the backing of credible Canadian investors or experts. Next, you must demonstrate proficiency in either English or French. This is essential because as an entrepreneur in Canada, you need to communicate effectively with investors, customers, and also partners. The language requirement ensures that you have the necessary skills to operate successfully in Canada's business environment. And lastly, you must have sufficient settlement funds. It is important. These funds are required to support yourself and your family as you establish your business in Canada. The amount required depends on the size of the family you have, but it is very important to know that these funds cannot be borrowed, they must be your own. Okay, so moving on, we're moving to the next slide, which is the application process and timeline. The first step is to secure that all you have to secure all important letters of support from a designated organization. This involves preparing a compelling business plan and pitching your idea. Depending on the organization, you may need to undergo a rigorous selection process. So it's essential to be well prepared and to demonstrate the viability and innovation of your business concepts. All right. Then, once you have your letter of support, you can submit your application for permanent residency. The application will include all required forms, documents, and proof of eligibility, such as your language test, as I said earlier, language test result, and evidence of settlement funds. The processing time for the startup visa program, it can vary, but it typically takes between 12 to 16 months. During this period, your application will be reviewed and you may be asked to provide additional information or attend an interview, right? And then you can launch your business in Canada. While your application is being processed, you can apply for a permanent, you can apply for a temporary work permit, yeah, to come to Canada and start working on your business. This allows you to begin building your company while your permanent residency application is being finalized. And lastly, um, lastly, once your application is approved, you and your family will receive permanent residency in Canada. This not only allow you to live and work in Canada, but also provides a pathway to Canadian citizenship if you wish to pursue that. All right. So if you have an innovative business idea and are ready to take the next step, the startup visa program could be your gateway to success in Canada. In our next segment will be exploring additional entrepreneur pathways, including the PNP PMP and how they can complement your journey to Canada. So, each of Canada's provinces and territories has the authority to nominate individuals for permanent residency through their own immigration programs known as PNPs, that is the Provincial Nominee Program. These programs are designed to meet the specific economic needs of each province, which means that they can vary widely in terms of focus and criteria. For entrepreneurs, PMP offers specialized streams that are tailored to attract business owners, innovators, and investors who are interested in starting or um, purchasing a business within a specific province. So by applying through a PNP entrepreneur stream, you can gain permanent residence in Canada more quickly while also enjoying the support and resources provided by the province. So let's briefly go over a few provinces that have robust investor streams. The number one on my list here is British Columbia. I would have talked about Ontario, but Ontario doesn't currently offer any entrepreneur programs. So let's talk about British Columbia. British Columbia offers an investor stream under its PMP, known as the Entrepreneur Immigration, which is the regional pilot. This program is aimed at attracting experienced entrepreneurs who are willing to invest and establish a business in a smaller community within the province, within British Columbia, right? So now let's talk about the eligibility criteria for British Columbia. You must be willing to make an eligible personal investment of at least 200,000 Canadian dollars in a new or existing business in British Columbia. You must have a minimum personal net worth of 600,000 Canadian dollars. And you should have at least 3 years of experience as a business owner or 4 years as a senior manager. You must reside within the community where the business is established, and your business plan should create at least one new full-time job for for a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident. And the key benefits of this is that it is an opportunity to contribute to the growth of smaller communities while gaining permanent residency. Then we have New Brunswick Entrepreneur Stream. New Brunswick offers an entrepreneur stream under its own provincial nominee program that is targeted at individuals who wish to launch or purchase business in the province that is New Brunswick. And applicants must, to do this, like the eligibility criteria, applicants must have a minimum personal net worth of 600,000 Canadian dollars with at least 300 Canadian dollars in personal and verifiable assets. Successful applicants under the entrepreneurial stream are required to make a minimum investment of 250,000 Canadian dollars in a New Brunswick business. And applicants must also demonstrate a minimum of 3 years of business ownership or 5 years of senior management experience in the last 5 years. Your business plan should create at least one new full-time job for a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. And lastly, we have Manitoba. Manitoba Business Investor Stream under the PMP is designed to attract investors that are willing to start businesses in Manitoba. The minimum, you need to have minimum of 250 Canadian dollars for a business in Winnipeg capital region, or 150,000 Canadian dollars for business outside of this area. And you need to have a net worth, personal net worth of 500,000 Canadian dollars. That is minimum. And it is mandatory to visit Manitoba to explore business opportunity. And the key benefit here is that it's lower investment threshold for business outside major urban centers. And that brings us to the next slide of the steps to apply and benefits of Provincial Nominee Program. Step one is to research and prepare. The first step is to conduct thorough research on the province where you plan to establish your business. Understand the local market, industry trends, and specific requirements of the PMP entrepreneurial stream. Preparing a solid business plan that's aligned with the province economic goal is very important. And then once you have submit excuse me, once you have a business plan in place, you will need to submit an expression of interest to the provincial immigration authorities. This expression of interest includes details about your business idea, your investment plans, and how you meet the program's criteria. And if your expression of interest is successful, you'll receive an invitation to apply for the provincial nomination. This is a more detailed application process, requiring you to provide documentation to support your claims, such as proof of net worth, your business experience, and investment funds. In most cases, once your application is approved, you'll be issued a temporary work permit, allowing you to come to Canada and start working on your business. This is a great opportunity to begin establishing your business while your permanent residency application is in process. After successfully operating your business in the province and meeting all program requirements, you'll be nominated for permanent residence. You can then submit your permanent residence application to the federal government, which will process it accordingly. Then we move on to the benefits of provincial nominee programs. Each province offers tailored support to entrepreneurs, including access to local business networks, government incentives, and industry specific resources. PMP often provide a faster route to permanent residence compared to other immigration streams. By applying through a PMP, you can take advantage of regional opportunities that align with your business goals, whether it's the tech industry in British Columbia or the energy in Alberta, whichever one. So I encourage you to think about which province best aligns with your business vision and how the PMP pathway could serve as your gateway to success in Canada. Moving on, we have the um, Quebec Immigrant Investor Programs, which is a QIIP. The QIIP is one of the oldest and most respected investor immigration programs in the world. It's specifically designed for high net worth individuals who want to invest in Quebec's economy in exchange for permanent residency. To qualify for QIIP, applicants must make a passive investment of 1.2 million Canadian dollars. Yeah, this investment is guaranteed by the Quebec government and returned to the investor after 5 years without interest. And applicants must have a legally obtained net worth of at least 2 million Canadian dollars. This wealth can include assets like real estate, business ownership, or financial investments. And this program requires applicants to have at least 2 years of management experience within the last 5 years in illegal farming, commercial, or industrial businesses, or in a legal professional business where the staff, excluding the investor, occupies at least two full time positions. Okay, before we talk about that, let's first see the application process of Quebec. Applicants must first submit their application to Quebec's immigration authorities. If it is approved, they are required to make the 1.2 million Canadian dollars investment. And upon making the investment, the applicant receives a Quebec selection certificate, which is a CSQ, allowing them to apply for permanent residency with the federal government. And the key advantage here is that the passive investment is fully guaranteed by the Quebec government, offering financial security to applicants. And Quebec offers an excellent quality of life with world-class healthcare, education, and cultural amenities. That brings us to the next slide, which is a self-employed visa, Canada. Yeah. The federal self-employed visa in Canada is designed for individuals with relevant experience in self-employment who are seeking permanent residency. Applicants must demonstrate their intention and capabilities to establish their own employment while making a significant contribution to Canada's cultural or athletic sectors. To be eligible, applicants must have at least 2 years of relevant experience within the 5 years prior to their application. This experience can be in self-employment within cultural or athletic field or participation at a world-class level in such activities. But applications for the federal self-employed visa have been temporarily suspended until January 2027 to address backlogs. All right. So in the meantime, individuals who qualify may want to explore alternatives such as the programs we have discussed earlier, the PMPs, the startup, and the QIIP. Now, the point system for the self-employed visa is that Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada assesses applicants under a points-based system, evaluating factors such as education, experience, age, language proficiency, and adaptability. To qualify, applicants must achieve a minimum score of 35 out of 100. And additionally, they must pay the required permanent residency fee. So the next slide is navigating the application process. This step is where careful preparation and attention to detail can make the difference between a successful application and one that faces delays or complications. Now, preparing a strong application. The first and perhaps the most important element is crafting a viable business plan. Your business plan is the cornerstone of your application. It is not just a formal document, it is your opportunity to demonstrate to Canadian authorities that your business idea is innovative, is feasible, and capable of contributing to the local economy. So we have few key components to focus on here. We have one, which is a market research. You have to show that you understand the Canadian market, including your target audience, your competitors, and potential challenges. Comprehensive market research will also help you identify your unique value proposition. Another one is the financial projection. Provide realistic financial forecasts, including projected revenue, expenses, and profitability. And then we have operational plan. Detail how you intend to execute your plan, your business strategy. This includes your business model, your marketing strategy, and operational logistics and growth plans. And lastly, we have the economic impact. You need to highlight how your business will benefit the local economy. This could include job creation, contributions to innovation, or the development of a particular industry or region. And the second thing on my slide is securing endorsement or support from Canadian organization. For many Canadian economic immigration programs, especially those related to entrepreneurship, securing endorsement or support from designated Canada organization is an important requirement. For instance, if you're applying through the startup visa program, you need a letter of support from a designated organization such as venture capital frame, angel investor group, or business incubator. This endorsement is not just a formality, it serves as a validation of your business idea and its potential to succeed in Canada. So to secure this support, you need to actively engage with these organizations. Present your business plan, demonstrate your commitment, and show how your business aligns with their investment criteria or incubation goals. Networking, attending industry events, and seeking professional advice can significantly improve your chances of securing an endorsement. All right, and then we have the ensuring compliance with Canadian immigration law. Compliance with Canadian immigration law is non-negotiable. To avoid any setback, you need to consider these following tips. You need to hire a legal expert. You need to engage an immigration lawyer or consultant who specializes in Canadian economy immigration. They can guide you through the legal requirements, help you prepare your documentation, and ensure that all the aspects of your application are compliant. And then you need to understand the specific requirements. Each immigration program has its specific requirements, from language proficiency to investment thresholds. You need to make sure you meet all the criteria before submitting your application. And then you need to ensure that all your documents are complete, accurate, and submitted on time. Missing or incorrect documentation is one of the most common reasons for application delays or rejection. Uh, yeah, and in this slide, we'll continue talking about the benefits of choosing Canada before we round up. Yeah. So, the number one benefit is to access the market and network. The number one on my list is strategic location and trade agreements. Canada's strategic location provides a unique advantage for business looking to expand their reach into North America and global markets. And here is the reason. Beyond North America, Canada has trade agreements with countries across Europe, the Asian Pacific region, and more. These agreements help Canadian business reach international markets with lower tariff and easier trade conditions. And then Canada robust business networks and industry associations offer valuable connections and resources to entrepreneurs and investors. So joining these networks can open doors to new partnership, collaboration, and business opportunities. And then we have the opportunity to access North American markets. For those looking to tap into the North American market, Canada serves as a gateway due to its close economic ties with the US and Mexico. Canada's well-developed infrastructure and favorable trade agreements mean that businesses can easily access the vast consumer markets in the United States and Mexico. This access can be important for companies looking to scale quickly and efficiently. And then we have the benefits for family members or entrepreneurs and investors. Moving to Canada benefits not just entrepreneurs and investors, but also their families, like their family members. Canadian immigration policies often allow for family member to accompany the primary application, as they don't joke with families. No. So spouses and children can benefit from the same high quality healthcare and education system. And spouses of immigrants can also work in Canada, and the children can have access to or would have access to excellent educational opportunities from primary school to higher education. And then we have support for innovation. Canada actively supports innovation and entrepreneurship through various programs and incentives. Beyond the grants and funding, the Canadian government offers numerous grant and funding opportunities to support research and development, startups, and business growth. Programs such as the Industrial Research Assistance Program, which is the IRAP, provide financial assistance to small and medium-sized enterprises. And then we have tax incentives. Canada offers tax incentives for businesses engaged in research and development, including the scientific research and experimental development tax credits. This program allows businesses to claim significant tax credits for qualifying the research and development activities. And then we have Canadian incubators and accelerators. The incubators offers resources, mentorship, and networking opportunities to early stage startups. They provide a supportive environment for businesses to develop their ideas and scale. And for the accelerators, Canadian accelerators help startups fast track their growth through intensive programs that offer mentorship, funding, and access to a network of industry experts. Programs such as Mass Discovery Districts and the Creative Destruction Lab are notable examples. Then, moving on, we have the challenges and consideration. Number one thing is navigating legal requirements. Understanding and complying with Canadian legal and regulatory requirements is critical for your business. And here is what to consider. One is to ensure that your business is properly registered and companies with federal and provincial regulations and complies rather with federal and provincial regulations. These include obtaining necessary license, permits, and adhering to industry specific regulations. And then you need to familiarize yourself with Canadian employment laws, including labor standard, workplace safety, and employees' rights. Ensuring compliance with these laws help in maintaining a positive workplace and avoiding legal disputes. And then you need to protect your um, property. Protecting your intellectual property through trademark, patent, and copyright is important. Canada has robust intellectual property laws, and securing this protection can safeguard your business innovations. And then we have immigration and visa regulation. Navigating the immigration process can be complex. So you need to ensure that you understand and meet the requirements for your specific visa or immigration program. This includes maintaining legal status and adhering to any conditions attached to your visa. You need to stay compliant with immigration regulation to avoid issues that could impact your residency status or ability to operate your business. And then understanding the Canadian tax system. The Canadian tax system has specific rules and regulations that businesses need to adhere to. One is corporate taxes. Canada has a corporate tax system that includes federal and provincial or territory taxes. Corporate tax rates can vary depending on the province and the nature of your business. So, understanding these rates and how they apply to your business is crucial for financial planning. And then we have the GST, HST, the Goods and Services Tax, and the Harmonized Sales Tax. Businesses in Canada must collect and remit GST or HST on eligible goods and services. Knowing how these taxes apply to your transactions will help you manage your tax obligations effectively. And then Canada offers various tax deduction and credits that can benefit businesses, such as the scientific research and experimental development tax credit. And you need to familiarize yourself with available tax incentives to optimize your financial strategy. And then we have financial regulations. You need to open a Canadian business bank account and understand the regulation related to business banking, including anti-money laundering laws and reporting requirements. You need to ensure that your business adheres to Canadian accounting standards and practices. Accurate financial reporting and record keeping are essential for for compliance and effective financial management. All right. Um, so that will be the end of our slides. That's the end of our webinar today. And if you want to work with A.O.S abroad, you can book a 5 minute free clarity call today or whenever you want to. And this is a free introductory consultation session. All right. You can only ask 5 most important questions about your travel goals from A.O.S abroad. Okay, and yeah, that brings us to the next slide. And thank you very much for participating in today's webinar. I hope this session has provided valuable insights of choosing Canada for your economic immigration journey. Thank you. Um, Excuse me, Mr. Aziz, we can't hear you.
How about now? Can you hear me very well now?
Yeah, we can.
All right. Thank you very much once again, everyone, for joining this wonderful webinar session. So, we would like to also ask you if you have any other questions you'd like to ask. Someone asked while we were on the session, I think that's Mr. Ismail, that how can I invite someone to this webinar? So, Mr. Ismail Abdurazak, we shared this link. I hope you have also shared it with your friends and families and colleagues. So, if any other person has any other questions as regards the major topic for today, which is how to actually come into Canada as as an entrepreneur or as an investor, kindly ask your questions now. And if you have even any questions after this session, just like Rashida said before, you can always book a clarity session, a clarity call with one of our clients, one of our experts. It's free, and you can have opportunity to ask 5 questions without any charge. From there, you'll be able to know if this is a good fit for you, if you have quite a lot of net worth that can allow for you coming as an entrepreneur, or you have skills that can allow you coming as a self-employed, or you have quite a lot of cash, you understand, to come in as as an investor. So with that being said, thank you very much once again. And if you have any questions or even any clarifications, drop it in the comment section. And do not forget as well to also share this with your friends and your family. You understand, like the video, and also comment, put a comment on the comment section. Try to also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can always be getting updated on all the webinars we do. We do webinars from time to time, at least once every month. You understand, so you can come join and even also watch the past webinars we have done. You understand, before now we have series of wonderful sessions that Rashida actually trained us on, that I as well also trained us on, and that would also help us actually learn more about Canada immigration. So with that being said, Rashida, do you have any how would I call it now, any conclusions or summations or summary that you like to add?
No, not at all.
All right. With that, thank you very much, everyone, and we call it a day right now. Um, do have a lovely day ahead, and don't forget to join us for the next webinar that we would have, by God's grace, God willing, next month. And you can always inform your friends as well. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.